we want to take a look at how to translate English words into equations. We've done this before, but we're going to continue to do it throughout the course, so we want to make sure we get really good at it. Now, usually they're going to give you the variables to use or the letter to use. In these, you get to make up your own. And the reason I'm doing that is so that you can see how to create variables or the letter that makes sense. So in the first one it says there are 5 times as many quarters as pennies. So I'm comparing quarters and pennies. So the logical thing is that quarters is Q and pennies is P. So if there's 5 times as many, so that means there's 5 times as many quarters as there is pennies. And that's all you write. It hasn't asked you to solve anything, so it's just 5Q equals P. Now on the second one, we're looking for the number of cars that were on the road this morning was half the number of trucks. So logically, I'm looking at cars, so that's a C, and trucks, that would be a T. So if there's half as many cars, so for cars would equal to the number of trucks divided by 2. And how you can say that is if the cars is half as many, so using this example now, it says there's 52 cars. So there's 52 equals T over 2. The opposite of division is multiplication, so we're going to multiply both sides by 2. Anything over itself cancels, so this becomes 104. Now, does that make sense? Well, if there's half as many cars as trucks, half of 104 is 52. So then you know you're able to check your answer and make sure that it's right. Now, what about this last one? Of course, it gets a little more complicated. You guys know how I just love to do that. So it says that Joseph drives X miles on Tuesday. And then he drives 3 times as many miles on Wednesday. So if he already drove X, then that means he's going to drive 3X on Wednesday. So now how many total miles did he drive? He drove 576. So I want to combine like terms. So X plus 3X is 4X. And then the opposite of multiplication is division. Remember, anything over itself cancels. So I'm going to take 576 and I'm going to divide it by 4. So I'm going to get 1. It gives me 17. That's going to give me 4. And I've got a 1 and a 6. And that's going to give me 4. So he drove 144 miles. Now that's X, correct? But it wants to know on Wednesday. So now I need to take 3X, which would be 3 times 144. So there would be 2, carrier 1, 13, carrier 1. So he drove 432 miles on Wednesday.